Hello, sports fans, and welcome to a very special NBA postgame, NBA Finals postgame show of Scott Sports 101. Well, it was a hard-fought victory for the Warriors tonight, 124 to 114 in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, to spite LeBron James 51 points in the game, and he tied the great Michael Jordan for the most points scored in the Finals game, 109. The Cavs played well in the first quarter. They were shooting 55%, and they scored the first 4 points, and they found themselves up 30 to 29 at the end of the first quarter. But and the Warriors it was tied at first. They kept being tied, and then the Cavs went up on them, and the Warriors kept battling back, but then the Cavs were up by 1 at the end of the first. And in the second quarter, and LeBron was just dominating this game from the get-go, and he's the reason why the Cavs were in this game up until the game went into overtime, and that's when it all fell to pieces. And the Cavs had gone on a 7-0 run and went up to 42 to 35, and then it was cut to 6, 42 to 38. And then the Warriors kept battling back, and the Cavs went on an 8-0 run and were up 53 to 40. And then the Warriors would come back to be down by 2, and thanks to Durant and Curry and also Draymond Green. And then it was tied at 53, and then LeBron got fouled and he made both the free throws to put it at 56. But then Stephen Curry made a shot from 30 feet to tie the game at halftime, 56 to 56, and that's the reason why the Cavs were still in the game, because they were because of LeBron James, and LeBron had 24 in the first half, and also Klay Thompson had made a 3-pointer in the first half, but both the Cavs and Warriors were shooting 52%, and the Cavs had more field goals. And that's why the Cavs were in the game, and that was because of course, we know LeBron James. But the third quarter is the big quarter. That's where the Warriors start to really come out and really just play hard, and they did just that. But the Cavs battled back. They had been down by 7 at first, 66-59, but then they came back and tied it at 68, and then the Warriors went up 70-68. But then the Cavs were down. Would get a 2-pointer tied at 70, and then go up 73-70. But then Klay Thompson scored a 3-pointer, and then it was tied at 73. And then Curry put them up 75-73, and then the Cavs came back and tied it at 75. But then Golden State, thanks to Curry, was right back up 77-75. But then went on a 5-0 run and went up 82-77. But the Cavs just kept battling back. But Golden State went up 84-77. But by the end of the third quarter, the Cavs were down by 6, 84-78. In the fourth quarter, James was up to 36 points. But the Cavs were down by 4, had gotten within 4, 84-80. And then the Warriors, thanks to Draymond Green, went back up by 6, but now the Cavs went back within 4 thanks to Kevin Love, and Klay Thompson had 17 points, and Jeff Green's 3-pointer put the Cavs down within 4, 85-89. But Kyle Korver's huge 3-pointer cut the Golden State lead to 1, and James was up to 38 points. And the rest of the team had 50 points. But Golden State had 6 turnovers, and the Cavs had several turnovers as well. And I felt they had just way too many fouls again that really just contributed. The Warriors were back up by 1, 90-89, but the Cavs were back down by 1, 92-90, and that was thanks to Kevin Love. And then, thanks to LeBron James, the Cavs went back up by 1. And then Durant was fouled by Clarkson. JR missed the 3-point shot, but Love banked it and tied it at 94. But then Durant's three-pointer put Golden State back up by 3, 97-94. And then Curry's three-pointer put him up by 6, 100-94. James was up to 40 points. James had a two-pointer, put the Cavs back down by 4, 196. And Kevin Love was just doing a great job all around tonight. He was really helping LeBron out besides George Hill. And they had a plus 13 with rebounds and also field goals. And the Cavs were down 102-98. And then Kevin Love three puts us back to within 102-101. Which I thought, just Kevin Love just really has to say, he was a major factor in the game tonight. But I still thought that they were giving him too much room. Even though James was up to 44 points by then, and he did make a free throw. He got fouled making a free throw. And they led by 2, 104-102. But then there was a personal foul, but then it got changed. It was on Durant, and then it got changed to a blocking foul on LeBron James, and he was very upset with that call. And then the Warriors went up 106 to the Cavs went up 106 to 104. But Golden State came back and tied it at 106, and that was thanks to Curry. And he got the three-point play and put him up 107 to 106. And then JR missed a golden opportunity for the Cavs to win. He thought they were ahead, but they were down by 1. He missed a golden opportunity and threw the ball, tried to score a three, and the shot wouldn't go. But then we just had a golden opportunity and just could not do it. So to overtime, we would go. There was a pass inside to Jeff Green. He was called for the holding foul. And then Hill got called for a foul. Durant put Golden State up by 2, 109-107. Made both his free throws. Klay Thompson had a three to put Golden State up by 5, 112-107. Golden State then went up 114-107 thanks to Curry dropping a pass to Sean Livingston. Durant was charged with a foul in the overtime, and Cavs were 0 for 4 in overtime. Curry put Golden State up by 9, 116-107, and then the Cavs would come back and be down by 7 again, 106 to 109. But then Golden State just went on they went on a 8-point run, and it was an 11-point lead for the Warriors, 119-109, and that's when LeBron James was up to 51 points. And then the Warriors and Smith knocked down a 3-pointer to put the Cavs down by 8, 122-114. And a foul was called on Tristan Thompson. He was very upset with the call, and then Thompson and Green just went at it, and I thought that was out of line, and that just put the kibosh on Tristan Thompson, as he was ejected from the game, and which he should, because he and Jamal Green should not have gone there, and that was totally I thought that was uncalled for. I really did. But the Cavs were down 124-114 with 2.6 remaining in the fourth, and that was it from there. There was just not enough time, and the Cavs, despite LeBron's 51-point effort, it was not enough, and the Cavs now find themselves down 1-0. So, you know what that means. The Cavs have to regroup and try to win Game 2 on Sunday and tie the series at 1. They've got to look at their mistakes. They've got to study their mistakes, study Golden State, look at what they did, and then they've got to correct their mistakes. They've got to put pressure on Golden State from the get-go, and they've got to really dominate the game. They played hard-fought in the first 2 quarters, but it was the third quarter that really did the Cavs in, and the third and fourth quarter that did the Cavs in, and especially overtime. And that just really put the game away for Golden State, and put Golden State up 1-0 in the series. Well, and Ty Lue, was kind of upset with the call on Tristan Thompson. He was really upset. And he knows what he has to do. He knows that he has to get his team to tie it up and really get his team to focus and not get a feel for the game. And that's what they did tonight. They just, even though they dominated and they battled back, they have to come out and not feel they can't play good. They've got to play great. They have to not have turnovers. They have to not foul. Only give fouls when it's necessary. And that's what did the Cavs in tonight. And I feel that that's what contributed to that loss. JR, you should not have missed that three-point shot. You should have known that they were ahead. You should have passed the ball to one of your teammates and let them make the shot, and that might have won the game for you. But that was not the case. So I think we all know that hopefully we're going to battle back, and hopefully we're going to come back and win Game 2 on Sunday, excuse me. But to sum up this game, I felt it was a great game up until the fourth, and that's when things just got ugly. And LeBron kept the Cavs in the game, but the Warriors, they just dominated from especially the third quarter on, and it was middle and late in the third quarter when they really dominated because the Cavs just battled back. And I just felt, but they were also giving Durant and Curry and Klay Thompson and Shaun Livingston too much room to just bank those shots down and slam dunk them as well. And they weren't double teaming. They just were not. But they did double team a couple of times tonight. And George Hill had really helped out LeBron as well. Kevin Love and George Hill were the only two Cavs in double figures besides LeBron James. So that means that hopefully the Cavs can just really try to regroup and just sort things out and really just find a way to come back and win Game 2 on Sunday. And tip-off will be shortly after 9 o'clock on ABC. Well, I got to say that Steve Kerr had told his teammates he knew what they wanted him to do, and he told his teammates, you've got to dominate this game and at halftime and in the third and fourth quarter, and they just did just that. Because Steve Kerr, all the members of the Warriors know what Steve Kerr expects, and the Cavs know what Ty Lue expects, and also LeBron James. So hopefully, I'm hoping the Cavs can come back and tie it up at 1 on Sunday in Game 2, because I'm still going Cavs in 6, even though it's good that nobody's giving a chance, that nobody feels that the Cavs don't have a chance to win. I think it's good because it's giving the Cavs, it's challenging the Cavs to really try to win this series and their second NBA title. So we will see what happens and as we watch Game 2 on Sunday at 9 o'clock on ABC. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this special NBA Finals edition of Scott Sports 101. Always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.